Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
All right, everybody, welcome. Kevin Jackson here to Kevin Jackson Show. This is a unique show, and it's because of you. You guys wrote me and said, Kevin, you didn't talk enough about the NFL. And, you know, after the weekend, I gave my take on it. And I think we did a couple of segments on the NFL after the weekend. But, no, we want more. Okay, well, you asked, you got, right? The NFL's ratings have declined this season. And here's a story that was sent to me by one of my guys from a different site, Unhyphenated America, Chris Harris. And Chris sent this story. It was from Yahoo. And it turns out the NFL is going to have to start paying back advertisers. Now, let me tell you how good a news this is. We've been warning the NFL the same way we've been warning the left. You know when we started warning the left? In 2010. In 2008, everybody was like, you know what? They got their black president. Let them have him. Blah, blah, blah. He's a communist, whatever. In 2010, you started the warning because he started messing with you. So you warned him. 2010, you took over, I don't know, the House, whatever. Then 2014 came. I'm sorry, 2012. Took over the Senate. 2016 came. You reinforced, you know, everything that you've done in the past. Well, I'm sorry, 2014. I'll get these numbers right in a minute. What is it, 2 years apart? Then finally 2016, you really made a statement. So you've been warning them. You were warning them when they picked on Hobby Lobby. You were warning them when they picked on Chick-fil-A. You were warning them when they wanted to do tranny bathrooms and all these other things and this social media crap that you've been putting up with. You warned them about Black Lives Matter and not obeying the rule of law and disavowing the Constitution and not putting people in jail and showing us that we've got a two-tier justice system. You've been warning them. And you haven't even been quiet about it. You've been vocal. And you became the most vocal in 2016 on November the 8th, officially on November the 9th, when Hillary conceded that Donald Trump was indeed the new president, of course, reluctantly so, and the world went on a tilt. And that's when it tilted. It didn't just start to slowly tip back over. The earth literally went from tilting left to tilting right. Right is in righteous. And so you've been warning all along, and you finally got a champion who's willing to go to battle for you, who's willing to say those things that other people wouldn't say. Let me tell you, folks, we in the conservative movement, as a Republican, we haven't had a champion since Ronald Reagan. That's a fact. We've had light versions of everything, including light versions of Democrats that are trying to convince you that they have your best interest in mind. People like McCain and Lindsey Graham and Paul Ryan and many others. And you've been warning them. And like with Trump, they didn't listen. They thought, we have the establishment. There's no way around the establishment. We will get our politician into office. And you said, no, you're not. And you elected a businessman who's a fighter. And he took the fight to the NFL. Television ratings decline, making a dent in their bottom line for the major networks. Broadcasters like CBS, NBC, sharp increases in audience deficiency units, or what they call make goods, which are payments they must make to advertisers when ads do not receive the promised volume of impressions. That's what they had to do. CBS and NBC had to pay their advertisers back because they didn't hit the numbers. Now, do you think the left really wants you to know this? Fewer people watching football means fewer people to see the ads. And the networks that broadcast the games are the losers. Major football networks all took a hit last month in NFL ad revenue. The money they bring in for advertisers that pays for the airtime during the football games as you watch. And, you know, we all living down these Super Bowl commercials, don't we? Woo-hoo-hoo. I can't name you one from last year or the year before that. And I'll make you a guarantee. I won't know the Super Bowl commercials for this year because I will not be watching it. I won't host a Super Bowl party, and my suspicion is neither will many of you. In the month of November, NBC's NFL ad revenue sunk 17% compared to the last year. This is data from the Standard Media Index. This isn't Kevin Jackson data. CBS, a decline of 26%. Earlier this month, Adweek points out CBS chairman Les Moonves boasted at a UBS event that there have been no make goods on any of the network's NFL broadcasts this season. Fox saw a 44% decline in its NFL ad revenue. 34%, is that what I said? To be sure, folks, some of these networks have less football to show this year and less ad space to sell. CBS is showing one less NFL football game this season than last season. Fox is showing 3 less. Do you see where NFL's going? This is what you did. Congratulate yourselves. I'm going to stop so you can applaud yourself. I'm going to applaud myself. Way to go, Kevin Jackson. They say NBC is going to show the same number of games as last season, and they saw the biggest decline of the 3, and it was because of make goods. The make goods that networks must hand to advertisers come in the form of free airtime. They repay their obligation by giving the advertisers ad space in a different slot. So they track this. And 70% of all the national TV ad spending, they found that NBC and CBS gave away 20% inventory as ADUs in November of 2016 compared to just 5.2% and 11% respectively a year earlier. So one of them had increased at almost 15%. The other one increased at 9%. Folks, that's horrible. They're having to make up paid inventory with what they promised us with the NFL ads because it's not hitting the numbers. Unbelievable. No public consensus over why, but we know why. We've been talking about it. We've been telling the NFL, will you stop with all the social engineering? Will you stop with all the politicizing of everything that comes out? It's okay for black players to come out with X's over their arms and, X's up like this and things like this, but you can't wear a police patch when cops are killed. And they wonder what's happening? Industry experts say the declines from the poor matchups on the field. Nonsense. I don't care what game you put in front of me. I'm not watching. Kevin, it was a barn burner. Congratulations to them. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. A little bit more about the numbers and Alyssa Milano. She's a trip.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.